And action!
Welcome to Milan Fashion Week!
This is the #1 Fashion Week hustler.
We will use this in the intro. Running next. If you ask a straight man, I should go naked with a bag. Stop it! Tanti auguri a te.
Lol.
No stress. Annabelle? Yes. Did we receive the Prada invitation? No issues. Other way around. Okay, good piece. No drama. Oh no, we blocked. It's one of those days. It's one of those days. Servus. Servus. Catching breath, huh? I cannot talk anymore. Can someone else here be an influencer, please? Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to Home Sweet Home. Not just anywhere, but my favorite corner of the house, because you guys know how much I love this couch. Well, I don't know if I'm ready for Milan Fashion Week, especially because we are starting a little bit later than usually. Well, also, I feel like a FOMO because, like, I'm missing out on the first day of Milan Fashion Week, but nevertheless, we kind of like made it a little bit later than planned, and we're gonna start with fittings. So yeah, nothing really new. If you followed all the other seasons, then you know, seasons? Who is she? If you followed all the other fashion weeks, then you know that we always start with the fittings, and I believe we have BRUNELLO, CUCINELLI, Ferragamo, Dolce Gabbana, and Versace on the schedule. What we have received at home already is Prada, Max Mara, Etro. So things are kind of looking up. Gucci's on the way. It's a bit of everything, but basically schedule busier than ever, and we need to go. Ciao. Bene, grazie.
Bene, prego.
Buongiorno. They asked me if it's a problem that someone else is doing a fitting. I said, you look so cute in this. I love it. This, I want to live in this.
I know, right? I want to literally live in this and sleep.
So
Wake
good.
up. Qualcosa da bere?
Niente, grazie, sono a posto. 5 minuti, provo qualcosa perché tutto mi piace.
Ok, quindi
È facile. Yeah, exactly.
Ok.
Nothing to overthink. I love a good skirt suit with the high heel. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, maybe too low.
Yeah.
Or either flat or a high heel I need. I mean, 39 could do. Is it for me? Yeah, let's see.
I like that.
You never know.
The women was just wearing.
Yeah, I prefer this look actually to the other one. It's more me, more boyish, with flat shoes even, you know. When you wear something or eat something too much and then you get sick of it, that's me in hats.
I love the wash. It's amazing.
Yeah, you'll wear them like, you know, it's like a wearable item. Done. That was mission successful. To be honest, it's always difficult to choose Brunello looks because they're also like wearable and beautiful. And I tried 3 looks on, which for me is like a personal record. Also, I really enjoy, normally brands, they don't like to book us girls at the same time, so that kind of like, you know, we each have like an individual session, etc. And I guess they don't always know if like everybody is gonna love to do the fitting with everyone, but I'm always so happy when I can see other girls doing a fitting as well, because then we can catch up a little bit over this precious time. Anyway, we're running next to Versace. I was worried because Enrico told me like, oh my God, just so you know, there's not many options left. So I thought it was gonna be like...
No, it's not true.
No, for him there is not so many options.
But perfect. Also, I love the denim look. Oh, but I like,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. I'll
This
find
is always Versace
so
icons
nice.
from the campaign from an outway.
Okay, I love the denim and I love this.
Bellissima.
I already like this look, but I said I need to try denim because you know Matteo recommends it. He's a straight man.
Si.
And if you ask a straight man, I should go naked with a bag.
Yes, but I think that he will change his mind because with this one it's another level.
Right.
Because the jeans is a bit loose.
Okay,
So it's not, I mean, try it, but after you try
No,
this,
but this is very yours.
I think we know the answer. The other one is perfect, but this is perfect too,
Yeah?
just for you to know. So don't think about like it's an evening show, choose what you prefer.
I know exactly what you mean. The other one is more like bringing it back to exactly. Guys, our fitting at Versace, I cannot even tell you, but I have witnesses. So there was nobody in the building, and the moment that we were leaving, we were entering the elevator, and guess who walked out of the elevator? Donatella Versace herself. Here, am I lying?
No.
And was it iconic?
So iconic.
I mean, first time in Milan, going to Versace, seeing Donatella Versace, all in the first day.
I'm your lucky one.
I mean, this is going well. So far, so good. She was so nice, and they were saying how she's amazing to the whole, like everybody working there. I loved it. Anyway, the invitation is here. The look, I could not decide. For the first time ever in my life, I could not decide which look to go for because honestly, both looks were so good. The invite is here, Spring Summer 25. Let's go to Ferragamo fitting next. We're running late. Yeah, beautiful. I start with the brown because I'm obsessed with the color right now. This I wore already. It's gonna be this or this, but I think brown is my color of the moment.
All right.
I'm looking already at the accessories. It's very chic and I love this brown. And actually, you know what? I have perfect shoes at home. The brown campaign.
They're ours,
Wedge,
right?
yeah. Like they kind of look like this, but it's a wedge, and it's from the campaign.
Yes, yes, yes.
remember.
Yeah.
But also, I've been trying to buy this, and it's sold out in my size.
No.
Yeah, so upset about it. So I try to understand. I think I'm 8.5. Because I also like these two colors.
Yes.
Yeah.
They match us perfect.
I mean, this is also very nice. And then I can also wear my brown ones, but I'm still gonna borrow these
Yes, yeah, of course.
Please do.
because I love them. You guys gave me the silver ones, and I wore them so much, and then they got stolen when I got robbed my suitcase on the train.
Yes.
You can tell the story.
was terrible.
Yes.
A pair of Ferragamo silver shoes.
It's not, but it's true. But I love them. What is better?
For our looks. Thank you.
Hey guys, we're currently at Dolce and Gabbana, and we have a fitting. Of course, what else? But it's the last one of the day, which makes me very happy because that means it's resting time before tomorrow, of course.
Yeah, me too. Better. I love it.
This more for the dinner, right?
Yeah.
Okay guys, it was a long day, but we managed. I actually wanted to show you work in progress here. So some of the accessories are here. Then some of the looks are here. Prada has arrived. Okay, I can see Cavalli, I can see Etro. You know, it's good. We're still waiting on quite a few. Let's see these Prada shoes. Oh my god, at least I'll be wearing flat shoes, which means I'll be comfortable. Dolce Gabbana unpacking. Got some gifts as well from the brand. They seem to be quite heavy, to be honest. Let's see what it is. Oh, the invitations here. Italian Beauty. Apparently there's a very big celebrity coming. That's my invite. It's, as you guys know, beautiful, like spring, summer. Love it. I feel like also for some reason I could go to sleep right away. I think I'm still battling a jet lag. Let's see. Wow. My god. There's a lot. There's so much in here. Okay, we're gonna have to play with this closer to the show, which is in a few days' time. So until then, we're gonna finish unpacking, and I think it's time to sleep. Good morning, my favorite people. Yesterday was probably like the easiest day of Fashion Week because we only had like fittings to do. But I think because we're halfway through now, I'm starting to feel a little bit tired. I went to bed at 10. When Filippo came home from a game, he was shocked. He was like, how come you're asleep? I also felt like I was gonna get sick. So today, Annabelle brought me ginger shots. Orange, carrot, ginger, juices, smoothies, everything. We're starting with the hair and then proceeding with our appointments for the day. So currently very ready, very charged battery, especially because my friend Sandra came to visit me this morning. You guys all know Sandra. She's the creative director behind the fabulous shoe brand Haggleston. Shameless plug, Sandra. She literally, guys, if you have seen the Ruby Pump, Sandra.
Oh, it's coming.
Where?
You just like tell me what color and it'll come.
Every color. They come in black, brown, gray. You know what I think also color we might need at some point? Burgundy is my favorite color.
Is it? I was between burgundy and brown.
I mean, brown is more wearable, yeah.
But you get to have requests for
Other,
summer.
cannot wait. She really does a great job. Sandra, I'm not biased just because she's my best friend. Well, anyway, and honestly, Sandra, like I feel like you've been putting up with the Fashion Week Tamara for how many years? I think you should come in here to tell a funny story. My god, this is the best guest of the Fashion Week vlogs. Hi. Honestly, guys, Sandra and I have been through so much when it comes to Fashion Weeks. And now she's got a baby. How did we grow up so much?
I don't know.
From like
Now I have a baby.
from like London Fashion Week, Brixton Park. I don't know. Once we were at this like club with Josh in London. This was like so bad. I remember I left.
Heaven.
Heaven, it was heaven, Vinny. I think like my best stories with you were that we used to share these 10 square meter hotel rooms in Paris, and like you open your suitcase and there's already no space for anything, but we were like shooting each other's pictures, going to the shows together, doing street style.
We had the same management at the time.
It was fun.
It was so fun, and I would always be the one dressed in like black and neutrals, and you would be dressed in
every color under the sun. So funny, Vinny, but you do have the best style. Well,
I'm gonna love you and leave you, so
I
you
love
get
you
to
so much.
jump into Fashion Week sketch.
I love you. Enjoy this precious little
Thank you.
gift
It's her
that
first
you
Fashion
have.
Week.
Oh my God. And these feet. I just want to see these feet, but she put this little onesie on.
Hi.
Also, one Fashion Week, I was single. Sandra introduced me to a guy. Should we also tell that, Sandra?
How much details do you want to go into?
Like, how many years have we been friends? Guys, tonight, as usually during Milan Fashion Week, we have cocktail with MYTHERESA and Barbasso, and I want to show you my outfit. So, special unboxing. I picked it online on mytheresa.com, and I'll link it below for you guys because I think it's such a beautiful look. I honestly think this is one of the most beautiful dresses of the season, and it's from one of my favorite brands that you guys will know, Kate. So obviously right now I will just show you what it looks like here. There's like a bit of a bare shoulder situation. It's a midi dress. What size did I get? I hope it's gonna fit. Well, we're gonna have to try and see. But that's not it. There's more. There's more. Let me show you what I'm gonna wear with it. So, a pair of shoes. These are the new Saint Laurent high heels. Ta-da! They are these pointy black heels with like such a stunning heel. I don't know if you can tell. So this, with this dress, which I think will be so good, plus a reveal of my new Bottega burgundy shoulder bag. I don't even know what's the name of this bag. We'll link it below if you guys want to check it out. And I love it. Plus, you guys know how much I'm into burgundy right now, so I think it will be really, really cute. I need to get ready because we're going to the first presentation of Milan Fashion Week, which is Brunello Cucinelli. Okay guys, I have 1 hour London Fashion Week vlog to see before it goes live. I'm halfway through, still so much to do, and the vlog's going live at 8 p.m. today, and it's 3:43 and we have events. So how am I gonna do it? I have no idea, especially because like when you're constantly surrounded by people, you can't just sit on your phone watching a video and at events, right? But it is what it is. It's a tight schedule this month that we're gonna have to kind of deliver. Got some lip products that I'm gonna put in my bag. It's raining, which also is surprising because we didn't expect to see this rain. Of all the cities, Milan, of all the cities, that's the city I expected to see rain in the least. And now of everything, my phone's not recognizing my earphones. So in the end, the boomer earphones are the best. I don't care. I'm gonna wear it forever.
Okay, great.
Is that okay?
Your choice. Beautiful.
Come on.
Beautiful.
So you look amazing.
No,
Let me
you.
see your outfit.
It's from the new collection. Yeah.
So good. The hair is amazing.
Yeah? You like it?
I'm gonna see the collection. To show you this light purple linen look with a cashmere knit over it. I love this. And you know what? I'm not even that much into like purple, I think. I don't know how many purple pieces do I have. Not many. But this is like a light, almost like a neutral color, but lilac and in linen, and such a beautiful fit. I'm obsessed. Also, I just realized that Brunello Cucinelli launched the fragrances. They're so unique. They're like niche fragrance kind of vibes. Vento Ardente, you have to try, like quite intense. But then I also like this one, which was Sogno Notturno. Smells like almonds. Love it. Okay guys, I wanted to show you quickly my Brunello Cucinelli outfit, which I didn't think I've shown you actually before the presentation, and I need to show it to you before I change. I got this beautiful oatmeal colored cashmere dress, long sleeve. It is a little bit hot, but I think it's worth it. It's apparently the dress that Angelina Jolie just wore. I haven't seen pictures, that's pure coincidence. This suede belt, but I want to show you also the dress without the belt. This is tricky. There we go. How's it looking? I love it. And I also love this kind of chevron way of knitting with like a line down the middle. Brunello Cucinelli brown bag and the brown horse riding boots that look so good. I think these boots are everything, and they're so flattering with a piece like this. Now guys, I think I'm ready to go to St. Moritz. As soon as this fashion week is done, we need to go to mountains. Who agrees? I love these shoes because I love this style of heel. If the dress was longer, I would go for heels. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna go for the boots. It's always the left foot I cannot put it on. Always the left. I think I need the sock. Sorry, Annabelle, did I kick you?
No, what do you need?
You know why I couldn't put it in? There's something inside of the boot, right? At the bottom. Assistant job is not for everybody. Okay, one foot works. Time-wise, right? Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Okay, my phone, a lip liner, bag. Okay, this is the look. I hope you can see it. What do we think? What do we think? Do we like it? I actually like it. Really like it, man. It's so glam. Let's go and shoot something amazing. Our first fashion show of Milan Fashion Week is actually going to be Roberto Cavalli. I think the invite's inside. Let's see. Ooh, it's very like fabulous. It says my name, my seat, the address, and this is the glamorous side of Milan Fashion Week that you get to see. The less glamorous side of Milan Fashion Week is this, but nevertheless equally so fabulous if you ask me. Crackers. These are not my favorite crackers, to be honest. There's one kind that I love that is gluten-free, but still this is good when you're hungry. And then baci e bracci. Or is this just a bracci? I don't know, but anyway, I love this as well. We are shooting the look first, and then we're running to the show because after it we have back-to-back etro. So let's go. Wow, I just realized I haven't eaten anything today.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna have some snacks. Remember when I said I didn't like this? I actually really like it. Even though Annabelle gave me also this. But I actually quite like it, sorry. Now I'm sorry. I take it back. I was wrong. I do like it. But then I also realized that today I just started eating porridge and I never finished it. So I didn't really eat because it's been one of those days, guys. Looks are arriving. Wrong looks are arriving. Invitations didn't make it on time. Looks didn't make... Annabelle? Yes. Did we receive the Prada invitation? Is it at the Bold? At the agency? But it's tomorrow at 2 p.m. I'm worried, guys. My dress. Who put this on the dress? My dress for MYTHERESA tonight almost got creased, so I panicked. But we're now arriving at the Cavalli show. So let's go because It's one of those days. It's one of those days. Insane. It was so good, but it's 9 p.m. or wait, 8 p.m. I don't even know. An Etro show that is 5 kilometers away starts now. Thank God. Oh no, we blocked. Okay, this one's gonna move. Okay. Guys, wow, this was so amazing. This is the first, catching breath, huh? And feelings. This was the first Roberto Cavalli show after Roberto Cavalli died. And honestly, I've been supporting the work of Fausto Polisi since the beginning of my career. Ever since he joined the Roberto Cavalli as a creative director, I really liked his personal kind of direction, the way that the brand was going. It's changed a lot since Roberto, but this was my favorite show. And you could feel the emotion. Obviously, I was sitting right in front of Eva Cavalli, who is a dear friend, and just looking at her face was also you could see, everything. Plus, Naomi came, guys. Naomi wore the same print dress as me. Yeah? We were the only two people wearing this print. She is love her. She was so beautiful. Anyway, and obviously, all the history, all the I don't even know, I could speak just a video I could do about this collection because there was so much emotion. But now I have to change because we're running late to Etro. Okay, go. Also, someone is taking off my underwear. Whoever is taking my underwear, please stop. But now also my is out for some reason. I think
Other way around. Okay, good.
Sometimes I feel like these people, I'm their personal doll, but this is too tight.
Oh, I love it.
Whew, this was intense, huh? Is there a jacket? Yes. Do we have the invite? Annabelle, something's wrong with this.
I have another.
Yes. I was like, please, mints. You know, guys, it's so funny. I told Annabelle she should have a phone like ring. This is, Annabelle, I need your help because like she saves me for everything. It's like my mints have melted. I have another. Sometimes I feel like you're a mother and I'm a daughter. What did you miss? Well, you missed the fact that we changed in the car, as you could have seen. Then I came out of the car and both of my came out on the street. I feel like my team was like, but luckily nobody saw it besides them. So I just hope they're not traumatized. Dower in the house again.
Hola.
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend.
Ich habe eine Frage für dich.
Oh, wow.
Was that good? Okay, now you guys know you cannot talk German in front of me. Okay. The question is, what is your favorite German food?
Oh my God.
I know what it is.
Franzbrötchen.
Ah, really?
What is it?
I thought it was the
Brezel.
what is it called?
But is it even German? I don't know.
It is German. The thing that we ate, like the dessert in Tegernsee, the
Kaiserschmarrn. But this is Austrian, to be honest. But you know, I feel like it's like, you know, we speak German in Austria.
Servus.
Servus.
Is that good?
Guten Appetit.
So find the
Grüß Gott,
story.
miteinander.
When we were in like Tegernsee, my German friends, they made me like a challenge to greet every German person on hike with Servus, but like a crazy person. So we were going and people were coming down and I was like Servus.
And the Germans were like,
yeah, they were like,
because, but I have to say, northern Germans are a little bit more cold than southern Germans. Yeah, like northern are like they are like this, and I feel like southern they're a little bit more like.
I think it's like that in every country. Also in Serbia, like northern, we're a bit more like quiet than south.
Are you also northern?
Yeah, I'm
But
northern.
we're both like a bit mixed. It's mixed. Something is mixed.
And in Italy as well, the northern are a bit more like with a stick.
Stick. Where's the stick? The stick.
Anyway, we're hetero and the show's about to start. Guys, that was intro, and if you think that's the last thing that we have to do today, think again. We have 2 more events, and I'm very conscious and cautious because in exactly 2 hours and 46 minutes it's Filippo's birthday. We ordered him a cake for tomorrow. Candles. When I come home, candles, yeah. When I get home he'll probably be asleep, but I'm gonna wake him up to give him his gifts, no? I think that's a very reasonable thing to do. I mean, honestly, if you guys wonder what's my life, like literally during the Hetero show, he texted me, baby, how can I watch a football game on Amazon Prime? So I had to like send him the directions and the username and the password, and you know, like that's basically my life. A fabulous, glamorous life. I'm now wearing probably one of the most beautiful dresses ever, this Kate dress that I got on MYTHERESA.com as we're going to Barbasso. Look at these shoes from Saint Laurent, so gorgeous. Look. Can you see? Are they beautiful? We're going to Barbasso, which is one of the most iconic bars in Milan, for a little cocktail with MYTHERESA, and after that I have a dinner to go to, but I'm not going to be able to stay very, very long because at midnight, you guys know, the Cinderella has to go home. Hi ladies! Hello! Ça va? Cool. Okay, great. Thank you for having me. Because I was like, guys, we're at Barbasso every September for MYTHERESA, but one thing you should know is that this is a really iconic spot in Milan. If you come to Milan, you have to go to Barbasso for an aperitivo. it's really cute, and I'm gonna have a drink, which makes me actually quite happy. Well, Annabelle knows better. She told me that Negroni Sbagliato actually is from here, which I did not know, because this is probably the first drink I'm having in a very long time, but it tastes really good. Let's just say, how is today from 1 to 10?
10.
I think 10, honestly.
10?
Yeah.
Well, 10 would, like, we achieved everything. But the thing is, we had lots of things happen that we wish didn't have to happen. Like, you know, one invitation didn't arrive. One look didn't arrive. Things like that. You know, when like a lot of things you have to deal with, like solve problems that are kind of not affecting your today, but they're gonna affect and be your problem next day. So we have to solve a lot of things, but actually, even though I was a bit like going crazy a few times, I think I managed. I'm worried, guys, my dress, who put this on the dress? I managed to handle lots of situations. Long story short, I have my last event of the day currently, which I don't think you guys are gonna see right now because it's 10:04 and I cannot talk anymore. Can someone else here be an influencer, please? First day of Milan Fashion Week. What can I tell you guys? I don't know, I have some pain in my leg, like I hurt myself. That's kind of the aftermath, but not like someone on my team who was like running outside of Cavalli's show in full speed, and as he was slippery, fell. But then literally I turned around to see if he was okay, and before I even could turn around to see if he was okay, he was already up with the camera. I have to say it's challenging times, but only the toughest survive. It's kind of like, as David Attenborough would say, these were some difficult times, but we made it. Anyway, I think like Milan Fashion Week Day 1 wasn't actually that bad. It's just that like, it was a little bit overwhelming. Also, like the weather was not helping. It was raining, the pressure, everything was a little bit tough. We went to Cavalli, which actually exceeded all of my expectations. It was the best Cavalli show I've ever been to. But fun fact, the first ever Milan Fashion Week that I ever attended was Cavalli. And it used to be at Arco della Pace a million years ago. I think I had 50,000 followers. And it's so funny because I just remember it so well. It was like the highlight. It felt so amazing. I kind of connected with the PR back then through Instagram. Randomly, and then he invited me to the show, which I was so happy for. So that was really great, and I'm still thankful to him because we still work together, just at another brand. So that's that. Cavalli obviously celebrated the founder of its brand, Roberto Cavalli, who passed away, as you guys know, this year. It was truly, I'm always really appreciative of fashion shows like that connect culture and history and bring the DNA of the brand out there. Naomi was there, she looked fabulous. Eva Cavalli was there, incredible. After that we ran to Etro. I actually almost slipped then, so it was almost like two of us hurting ourselves, but we made it. The show was also like, you know, like spring summer. Marco De Vincenzo did like his own like signature Etro vibe, and as Milan people love Marco, it's always like such a beautiful show to be at. After that we still had MYTHERESA cocktail where I saw all of my friends. I practiced my Italian a little bit because I feel like that's perfect for Barbasso. And then I also had a dinner to go to without my team, unfortunately, so you couldn't have seen that. But that was also really cute because I met like really lots of wonderful people, new people that I could have conversations with. Did I miss something? That's it? Yes. It was an easy day then, I guess. Good morning, guys! We are starting the day with my earliest bird of all, Srdjan. Well, and Annabelle as well. And the team's now all here. It is 8:14. Let's see when the coffee is arriving. Today is a very important day. So the coffee should be arriving in 5 to 30 minutes. That's a bit of a broad timing. Today we are gonna probably have 2 to 3 different hair looks that Srdjan will be doing. We are going to Max Mara, Prada, and GCDS 3 shows. And then in the evening I have some parties as well. But the interesting thing is that my looks are all like quite different, and I think you guys will like it. So I'm very excited for the Prada day. Yesterday was really, really, really cool. I think we managed everything. I'm very happy. And after today, I will be able to say that Milan Fashion Week is halfway over. I know that sounds crazy considering that it's only like the second day, but technically Milan is like 4 strong days. You know what I mean? So today we have 3 shows. Tomorrow we have lots going on, and the day after we have lots going on. The only thing with Milan is like every day is getting a little bit harder as we go, which I don't think is great, because as you come to the end, you have less and less energy, but I think we're gonna manage very well. Baby, the coffee's here. The coffee's here. Tanti auguri a te. Tanti auguri.
LOL, who's that?
Annabelle? Yes. I need this. Okay guys, the Max Mara show is always the first one, kind of like the earliest one of the Milan Fashion Week in terms of every single day, and it's always somehow quite tough to get to. I don't know why, despite the fact that we wake up at 6:30.
I think this is the fact because you already feel like you missed everything, but it's at 9:30, which is a normal time. But before you have to do so much stuff, so it is so intense.
We already feel like we're like running so late. But I remember last year street was closed, and that complicated our whole arrival a little bit. But hopefully today everything will work out in our favor. This morning when I dressed up, it's Filippo's birthday today, and this morning while I was dressing up, Filippo said, wow, what a beautiful outfit. And I have to say, Max Mara looks are always like very, very, like they're getting better and better, and I always love the look. I love the last year's look as well, but because this is from fall winter collection, Max Mara is so good at fall winters as well. It's just so beautiful. I'm kind of wearing like a bit of navy and black, and wearing my Kelly and the Soft as well with it. You'll see the outfit when you get out. But I'm very excited to see the Spring Summer 25 from Max Mara, and let's catch up early morning with some of my friends. All good? Yeah? Let's go! Ah, what a beautiful day! How blessed I am, and we are that we don't have to run today. Unlike every other day. Very nice. We decided to step away a little bit further so that later we're not stuck in traffic. That's good. Thank you. I'm actually happy that I can wear this bag. I feel like I don't give it enough wear. So, all good. Guys, I have a very important question for you, all the ladies here, Yo-Yo, Veronica, and Hart. How do you stay fresh in the morning like this? It's 9 a.m. show. You all look like you slept 12 hours.
I soak my face in a bucket of ice.
Yeah?
For like 20 seconds. like 20 seconds and I lift up for like 5 seconds, 20 seconds again.
Okay, tomorrow I need that.
No, it's just thanks to my makeup artist and my hairstylist. Otherwise, I would look like.
I'm not sure. What about your
I
heart?
guess it would be the same. I travel with the village.
Yeah?
So it helps.
How many people have you got in town with you?
I have 5.
5.
Yeah.
Is that not sometimes too overwhelming?
It is. Sometimes we're 3.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sometimes the two are like, good, please leave. Please. So which 2 do you send away?
My makeup artist sometimes she doesn't get to come because I do my own makeup.
Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my tip is, I don't even know what the tip is. I don't have any tips. I slept 5 hours, and this morning when the alarm went on, I was like shocked. I didn't know where I was. Literally, it took me some
What time
time.
did you wake up?
At 6:30.
Okay.
You guys, how long?
45.
7:50.
But you know the funny thing, I thought the show was at 9, not 9:30, and then my assistant told me actually it's 9:30, and I was like,
Why?
half an hour more. Why didn't you tell me?
Well, the Max Mara show's about to start at 9:30, not at 9. But yeah, it's okay. It's the earliest show of the Milan Fashion Week, right?
Yes.
Soon
So
we're.
now by 2 p.m. our face will be like.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, we manage. We'll
Call
try.
it dewy. Our
Dewy.
face will be dewy.
Dewy, that's good, no? I know, because with the Romy, my face is always dewy. No?
So
Like and
tomorrow,
subscribe, like and
Eyes,
subscribe.
tomorrow, like and subscribe, exactly. We use this in the intro. Like and subscribe, like now. That tomorrow, me with the eyes. Annabelle, I need your help. Wow, that was Max Mara. It's always like so nice starting the day with such like a strong show. I have to say this was the least florally and pastel-y spring summer show I've ever seen in my life. Oh, I loved it, to be honest. Normally, like, I prefer fall winter for Max Mara, but the spring summer was insane. I loved the sort of like neutral tones, the linen suits, the long beautiful white dresses that I was even thinking this could be like a nice for like my bridal era, never-ending bridal era situation. So beautiful. Love the opening looks. Victoria opened the show. Honestly, a very, very strong show. I wore my Max Mara sunglasses as well. Total look that you guys have seen. Really, really like it. Honestly, these collections are just getting better and better. Currently preparing a little carousel for Filippo's happy birthday. I think he's just getting on the plane, so he's probably gonna see it only when he lands. This is the first birthday we're not together, mine or his, because even one birthday that I was shooting a Gucci beauty campaign in New York, he came with me just to be with me for my birthday. So, but it's okay. Anyway, I'm just like finishing up the carousel, and we're gonna shoot a post for Max Mara at one of our favorite locations. Okay guys, we had 30 minutes for hair, but now it's been 45 minutes. So we're a little bit stressed because we're running not late, just because we have very high standards. However, what I've done that is great, I've already given feedback to the first day of Milan Fashion Week. If we continue finishing everything in this kind of speed, things should be done on time. What you haven't seen is that I had to change into my Etro outfit from last night, because last night I had to change so fast from Etro to MYTHERESA look, so we didn't have time to shoot it or to recap it or to do anything. And we're preparing so many fun things for you guys, so we had to kind of like, I don't want to say fake it, but we had to reshoot it a little bit, which obviously takes time as well. And next up is probably one of my always biggest highlights of Milan Fashion Week, which is Prada. I also love it very much because I get to spend the most time with my girls. So looking forward to it. And I know Ksenia is always there. Like, she's always there 1 hour before. I don't understand how she does it. She's always there, like, early, taking pictures, happy, beautiful. So today we're going to try to be early as well. You guys know the drill. We're freezing in February and we're boiling in September. But I'm so happily boiling when my outfit is this cool. I got these new Prada sunglasses that were a gift this summer. I am obsessed, actually. Then a little cardigan. So flattering, this cardigan. Then another joke that keeps on giving, a skirt that you definitely need something in the back, but I think it's really cool. And a beautiful pair of gray shoes, which are a little bit too big, so we're trying to fix that. And a navy coat. Of course, I will be wearing my Amy bag, which we shot in New York. You guys remember? Well, we're trying to see what we can do because the shoes are a little too big. Now it's hurting me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Almost. We're almost there. Like half. Half in one and half in the other. That's, I think that will already, because it's almost right size. Yeah, it's actually already fine. You know all the tricks, because a lot of these shoes are sample shoes, so you have to make sure. Yeah, much better. Okay, we good?
Yeah.
We made it inside the Prada show. This time, Sarah forgot her invite.
I forgot my invite, I forgot my ID, they didn't want to let me in, but then luckily I bumped into Tamara and she helped me get in and she made it all smooth. So I'm going to go to every single show with you.
Because Bash wasn't around, I take care of you.
Yeah,
I usually actually am very good at taking care of my girls when their boyfriends are not around, you know?
Always.
This is not your section and not my section either.
Oh, I have a question.
Tell me.
Do you have a name for your subscribers? Like, you know how like people have those cute like names?
So since the beginning, I used to call them lovelies.
Oh,
hello,
cute.
my lovelies.
That's so nice.
And I love it because they're all, every single one of them I met in real life, they're so lovely.
Oh, that's cute. I'm trying to like think of a name because I'm very new to YouTube. But so I call Bash my hubby, and I love him. So I was thinking like calling my subscribers my subbies. So like there's my subscribers, but they're also my hubbies too.
100%.
Or is that weird?
No, it's not weird.
Okay.
Hello, my subbies.
My subbies and my hubbies and my lovelies.
I love that.
Okay, we're gonna try and find our seats now.
It's not going well.
It's a bit jumbled up.
Ksenia's for sure here. She's always like the first one to come.
I think that's
She's
so
on
good.
time.
It's so important to be on time, not to be late, because you don't want to hold people up.
100%.
Places to be.
Anna Wintour comes to the show. She doesn't want to sit around. She has better stuff to do. The light is giving, huh?
Oh, the light's amazing.
Love it. Okay. Well, let's go and find our seats. Lena Mafuf, Caro Daur, Tamara, Ksenia, and I am, believe it or not, the first one to arrive. This is shocking. I am like the first one of everyone to arrive. Guys, I was so stressed because Ksenia is always the first one to come to the show.
That's the reason why.
What? And Caro came before. Caro came before you.
My flight landed at 12.
This was very stressful for me because I would have hated to have the show without you by my side.
I can't.
Here, also that was concerning that Caro was here before you.
Concerning. I don't know how people arrive on the last minute because it's so stressful. I hate it.
Yeah. Hello,
like
my
I
love.
haven't seen you like in
Forever.
years.
I love this hair. Let's show it.
All natural.
All natural.
So good.
Wow, I love it.
I don't know how it is with natural hair. Look at me.
What do you mean? It looks natural. No?
Yeah, but like usually not. Usually I have a little
No,
tail,
sometimes.
a little stick.
We're all natural hair girls. Look at this beauty. Look at this. Wow, 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 wow. Gorgeous. Guys, that was Prada Spring Summer 25, as you could have seen. It's always fun, especially when I get seated next to Caro and Ksenia. When I got in the car, I had to remove the coat and unbutton the top a little bit. It was like 45 degrees inside, but last year was raining. So I think I prefer boiling hot than falling down because of the slippery rain. The collection was so strong. The footwear was insane. The level of taste at Prada runway collections is honestly unheard of. I think like it's one of those shows that even if you're not involved in fashion or if you don't care about fashion, you just have to see. It's like a cultural, like an exhibition, you know. It's really, really special, and I truly enjoyed it. There were like some kind of like silver, I believe, leather skirts with like these kind of like stud holes, which has been kind of a continuation for Prada even from the last spring summer. So it's really interesting, just like kind of fashion on steroids. Who's at the door? Annabelle, well, can you get the door, please? Yes. so enthusiastic. Who is it? No! Did we get some flowers? Yeah. Let's see. For Filippo? Yeah. So nice. Yeah. I'll tell him Annabelle opened it. Okay, shall I see how's your Italian?
Buon compleanno, amico mio, ti voglio bene, Enrico and Wolfgang.
Oh, so nice, I love them.
Put it in here.
Yes, thank you so much. I love it, I think we're good to go. We're going to GCDS, we don't have much time, everybody's in action, but we had like a 1 hour break. We're changing a little bit the hair. We're just removing the little side bits and bobs. I posted a Prada reel, posted a Prada TikTok. Still have stories to post, but it's work in progress. I think we're sorted. I think I would actually put my cream, but well, there's few people that I get this treatment from, like from my mom's sister, Filippo and Annabelle. I think that's it, Annabelle. That's it. My best friend is gonna feel offended now. She's gonna be like, I'd also do this for you, for sure. But thank you very much. Because you cannot go to the shows. You change all day long and then you're like dry at the show. That's the worst thing. Doing so many things at the same time. My Prada photo call picture, my management team just shared. Aww. It's really, really, really cute. At the same time, I got a little episode from Blitz, like a promo for the second episode in Belgrade, which is with my friend Mac, Filippo, and my best friend Mac. And it's actually really cool. And Filippo just said, you don't understand how proud I am. I'm actually emotional. I have goosebumps. The love of my life with my best friend. How cute. So cute. Anyway, we are off to GCDS. Let's see what Giuliano Calza has prepared for us. And I'll be glowing like a Christmas tree.
What is up, vlog? Tam is the greatest person ever. I saw the unboxing she did for Poubelle, and I'm so honored. This is the #1 Fashion Week hustler, working 24/7. Even on her fiance's birthday, she's here.
But even he's not here.
Even he's not here, to be honest. So you don't really have the choice.
You know, on the way to the show, Filippo texted me and he's like, I was just vlogging it. And he said something like, my fiance and my best friend in a video together.
That's me?
Yeah, you're his best friend.
Filippo, we love you. We love your
Filippo.
outfits. We love your hair. We love your beard. We love your vocab. Okay, let's do a quick run through of Filippo vocab. 1, stupid.
Stupid.
Stupid is stupid.
Yeah. 2, a counter. It's an accountant.
Is accountant. Lol.
Lol. 3, Wagyu.
Wagyu. Wagyu burger.
Wagyu burger.
100%. 100%. And then the shoes, just the shoes sounds.
The shoe sound, yeah, very important Filippo sound.
Okay.
There's more, but you just have to...
You have to know.
Yeah.
You should cue the clip of the guy in Serbia who copied him.
Honestly, someone the other day told Filippo, I saw you on TV, and what did he say, Matt?
Everyone did. Everyone saw me on TV. Yeah, so everyone saw me.
The thing is, I have to say about Filippo, he's such a good heart guy that nobody can get mad at him,
Impossible. Impossible. He's the best guy ever. Filippo, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We love you.
Filippo.
From Tam, Stad Guy, and Rafa Leao.
Yeah.
He loves you too. Honestly, everyone here loves you.
Yeah. That was a GCDS show. I have to tell you, now I'm at the end of the day where I just cannot speak anymore. I'm not tired physically, like I want to go to bed. But I feel like there's so many topics I covered today. But this collection, as you guys could have seen, when we entered the show, there was grass on the floor. And there was some sort of like colors in that sort of like a grass spectrum. So a lot of like a light neony green type of vibes. A lot of mesh. clear see-through bits and bobs. I think like it was really out there. My favorite look was either the fully crystallized one or there was sort of like a cutout dress that I liked. So GCDS is always fun. They were like serving wine. My team was drinking wine apparently a little bit in the, not backstage, but like front stage. So how was it?
It was good.
I'm so happy. Honestly, I'm so happy you guys get to have some fun. I'm a bit disappointed Pave didn't have any wine. Talking about party, I'm going home to change and we have an aperitivo with my agency and then Prada after party. So if you think that just because I started at 6:30 I get to finish at 8, nope. Probably finishing at midnight p.m. today. Day 3 of Milan Fashion Week feels like, actually I'm surprised it's only day 3. It feels like to me it's day 23 of Milan Fashion Week because I changed so many outfits in one day. Hairstyles, makeup touch-ups and so many different things, but it's all good because today we produced a lot of content. We went to 3 different shows, Max Mara, Prada and GCDS. I think you guys will know by now that Prada was my highlight because I got to sit between my 2 besties in the industry, Xenia and Caro, so that's always really nice. And then I got to see them as well tonight at the Prada after party, which you guys didn't really get to see because, you know, the after parties are not really to be vlogged. I have to say that today nobody fell.
No. Sergian almost.
Oh yes, Sergian almost fell. Almost in my house. So that's okay, I think. A lot of kind of exciting chit chat. We got stuck in traffic. We were shooting in Galleria. It was really funny because I was shooting this Prada reel, which was like, hey! And is nobody gonna comment my purse? Is that what it goes like? Is nobody gonna notice my purse? And every time I said, hey, people would just look around like what's going on. So it was kind of eventful shooting. I love my outfit of the evening. It's the Kate pencil skirt, leather, classic like white top from Marcella London, Prada accessories. And I think I'm gonna reuse this outfit in Paris because I love it so much and I feel like it didn't get enough. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll style it differently, but I love it. Don't even know what to tell you besides that we kind of all were just laughing about the fact that we just have to work and there's not enough time to eat or go to the toilet. But don't let it fool you and sound like I'm complaining. I'm ever so grateful to do this job, especially because today we had a chat in the car talking about first jobs. And especially when I turn back on all the different things that I used to do in my 20s, I'm so happy I get to do this. I'm sure many of you will recognize this building. This is Fondazione Prada. And normally, when it's not Fashion Week, you can actually come here to visit the museum. The party started at 10. We were at my agency's aperitivo before. We didn't really vlog anything there, but that was just like a little bit of catch up. Like, you know, to see some faces, because normally during Fashion Week, all we see or hear is from them on the phone. So it's actually nice to, you know, just see them face to face. Currently, we left the boys because the boys opted out, saying they prefer to sleep. Well, actually, we also prefer to sleep, but this is one last gig of the day. I have to say though, Prada parties are always those that you want to be at. You don't want to miss a Prada party, so let's have some fun. And apparently the drinks are really good. Waist trainer. Okay. Now the top looks a bit creased. Yeah. So I need to change the top. Love the old. I feel like a bit swallowed in the brown, but the rest I love. Okay, done. Okay. Good morning, guys. Hi. How are you doing? Are you on your way to Loro Piana? Are you at Baglioni? Then I will see you there. How long do you need to leave the hotel?
I'll be at Loro Piana in 20 minutes.
You'll be there in 20 minutes? Perfect. I will wait for you there, okay? See you there. Bye. Okay, early morning start. We have 2 presentations, Loro Piana and Jimmy Choo, and then we're changing and getting ready for Gucci, or as Rachel from Friends would say, Gaki. Last night, I feel like Annabelle and I were so desperate to... Did you cook something at home? Me too.
I cooked the pasta. It was
Me
so
too.
good. I
Me
ate
too.
it in bed.
Me too. Me too. I ate it in bed. I think the plate is still next to the bed.
It was the best pasta.
Literally, I got home, I had to wash my hair again at 1 a.m. Filippo called me, he was like, are you asleep? For sure you're asleep? I was like, no, I'm not asleep. I'm cooking pasta. And he was like, are you sure? He's never in 4 years seen me cook pasta. Never. Can you imagine? I said, yes, I'm cooking pasta. He's like, why didn't you just make pizza? I was like, I'm tired of pizza. I need to have like a pasta in bianco. And then basically I cooked penne, just put some olive oil, salt, and ate it in bed. That's it. I felt like crying of tiredness, but I just fell asleep immediately. Now, anyway, we're gonna go to Loro Piana, see the new collection, and off to the next one.
Should represent the movement from raw fiber to finished, to finish the product. So all of the looks you see are in different, I guess more than 40 different blends of linen with other fibers like cashmere, wool, silk.
I think I got my pair. Love them. So classic, but perfect. I love silk. Oh, and I love the touch of burgundy throughout the spring, summer actually.
The yellows and the burgundies are the themes, the colors.
So guys, we just had a presentation of the Spring Summer 25 Loro Piana collection. Just imagine touching the finest silk, linen and cashmere. Honestly, the cashmere suits, the silk scarves, there was even a silk bag, the Traveler, which is one of my favorite jackets, oh, the Roadster I love as well, as you guys know. I honestly have to tell you, Loro Piana just does it so good and literally ticks all of my boxes. I mean, just look at this suit. Look at this. Also, I think these are the Rebecca, well, they're the Rebecca flats, but this is with a wedge. Love it. And I'm loving these colors as well for the winter. I feel like I might need this suit. The jacket is beautiful. It's warm. You can wear it with sneakers. And I love how short the pants are, not too long, because sometimes you need the short pants as well to show the ankle a little bit, right? With like ballerinas or something like that. Honestly, I feel a bit troubled this morning because I want to go shopping. It's been too long. Now let's have a coffee instead to at least please, like, you know, a centering my brain. Another one. Okay guys, change the shoes for Jimmy Choo. That's good. We go to Jimmy Choo, create some content after home. Well, I can start getting ready for Gucci, but we need to eat something. We eat something, get ready, go to shoot, Gucci. I think burgundy is the color of the season, which is obviously why I picked this bag. The flavor is the best in Italy.
Post.
was an error with saving your changes. Okay, it's saved. I think you should all like it and comment it because of the stress that I went through.
Okay.
Content phone or no? This is really annoying. Just say it wasn't like that at the beginning. And it's really annoying. I can't believe this. Honestly, I can't believe this. And now I don't have the final walk. This one is the last, okay? Okay. 6 pictures, yeah?
Yes.
You see how I do it? I just archive the post. I don't complain about it.
I just take a step back.
Yeah.
I breathe in.
With my stomach. Okay, I posted now. Can please everybody check that everything, there's no black frames, there is no problem, there is no drama.
Yes, all good.
Yes, tell Ferdy reposted. He can sleep tight. They told me to eat, to put the stories, and to watch the video that is going live. How much multitasking is real multitasking? I have to get into the hair for Gucci. Today is the day that we have to post. We don't have to, but we want to post 3 posts on Instagram. So, seems kind of crazy. It's funny because it's always like the day that isn't so hard that ends up being hard. Like for example, today we have like just 2 shows and 2 presentations. Gucci and Versace, and in the morning Loro Piana and Jimmy Choo presentation, very dear brands to me personally and important, and I love them. So it's one of those days, right? Well, I am trying to keep healthy. I love this one. I'm just a bit in my own world. Guys, these boots are the most insane footwear ever. I love them. They're like horse riding, beautiful. I have this incredible jacket, which is like one of my favorites. I actually really love this bag. So gorgeous. We're going to the Gucci show. Before we're gonna try shoot the look. After we're gonna try shoot it as well. But afterwards, I have a little meet and greet with Sabato Del Sarno, who's the creative director of Gucci. So, lots going on, but all the good stuff. We wanted to come early to shoot the look, but unfortunately we couldn't find appropriate location. But I wanted to show you these boots. You know what's stressing me out? Seeing all these black cars going to the show and I'm like here. I don't know why, but it's like I feel like I'm late. Even if I'm not. But this is my look. I'm wearing, these are not my usual Gucci glasses. These are the new collection ones. The jacket you guys saw, these boots. I just feel like you need to see these boots. They're just so good. Love them. And that's it. Let's go to Gucci. Something warm and fluffy next to me, but I don't know what it is. It's me. Hi. That was such a long walk. Oh my god, yes. This is comfy. I love the shoe. Yeah, but not for the walk. Yeah. The hair is insane. It's very easy to fall. Insane hair. I thought I just fall. I'm happy Ksenia is now sitting because enough of you being taller than me in these shoes.
I think we need to capture it for the camera. Tamara looks like my child.
Literally, this is never like this. Can we confirm?
Hi, my little child.
How did you like the show?
It was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you like it?
The soundtrack was nice. After the show, we met Sabato.
He was so nice.
He was so nice.
I'm actually shocked how nice he is.
And humble.
Yeah.
And sweet. And right now, we are gonna shoot one more thing, and I actually have to change.
Oh.
And change my hair and change everything.
You should never change. I love the sun.
The way I am.
Yes.
That we tried, like we changed in the car as you could have seen. Guys,
It's finished, okay? I put it
yes, thank you. There's few things that I want to tell you. Dios mío. Sorry. Look at this outfit. This is new Versace. First of all, I want to tell you a public safety announcement, or whatever it's called. These heels are so comfortable. It's insane. So comfortable. The new Versace Clio bag. I quickly sprayed on some glittery oil on for the extra Versace appeal. Let's go. What I really wanted to tell you about Versace is that, so I told you that the first big show that I was ever invited to in Milan was Roberto Cavalli, right? And then the PR from Cavalli actually went to Versace and we stayed in touch, and then he invited me to Versace. So I was very grateful that I have attended the show since the very beginnings, and I have two shows that I can remember so clearly in my head. When people ask me what was the most iconic show you have attended, it's like a historical one. That was the anniversary of death of Gianni Versace one, with his 5 muses and 5 90s supermodel. I'm sure you guys remember that one. It was truly spectacular. I still have videos on my phone. And the other one was for the celebration of I believe it was also an anniversary of Google image search, which, do you know why the Google image search actually started? It's because Jennifer Lopez wore that green Versace dress and everybody was searching pictures on the dress on Google, but Google didn't have the image search. So because of that dress that broke the internet, Google image search started, and we all got like Google phones as an invitation. That was kind of crazy, and it was like spectacular because J-Lo walked at the end of the show after the final walk in the green dress. What can I tell you? So Versace shows are always incredible. Loving my look, this bag. We're gonna shoot the look first and we're heading to the show. Me, how do I look so gracious? And I'm like, it's natural. Like, it's not difficult at all. It's just you show up and you do it, no? Guys, we are absolutely shocked that we're inside of Castello Sforzesco, which is kind of basically closed just for Versace. I think this is absolutely spectacular. Obviously, you could have seen how I walked here. It was a challenge, but it was worth it because I really love my outfit. What do you guys think? You will have to let me know at the end of this video what outfit was your favorite. We arrived very much on time because it's very important to me to be punctual, as you know. I'm gonna take my seat, see some of my friends, and let's get going. What do you expect to see tonight?
I expect very sexy look, but not too much.
Like demure sexy?
More demure.
Okay.
Demure look.
And what did you eat for lunch today?
Like random stuff in the van, like crackers, rice cakes, and half of a toast.
Okay, I think that's pretty great, to be honest. I'm very proud of you.
Grazie.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think you have met this person before on my channel, Enrico. It was actually, we met how many years ago?
10?
10?
Yeah, 10.
And I just thought he was like a cute guy, and then eventually didn't know that he would become my manager, and then a big manager, and then I never really hear back from him because he's too busy managing something. I want to ask you, what is it like to manage Tamara?
It's a nightmare. Honestly, it's a nightmare. But I can say that you're my favorite nightmare.
I'm so happy. I think like we're both very passionate people.
Yes, we are. Very. Me especially.
And I think that, do you have any funny story that you would like to share with my viewers that you think it's like not shared before?
Tamara, I think I cannot share any of my stories.
Guys,
it's better for you.
This is funny also for my people behind the camera. Can you imagine that sometimes Enrico and I, we stayed like together in hotels during trips and people would think we're a couple.
It's true. I can say it's true.
And also, and once someone stopped him in the car and he said to him...
Actually, you were wearing Versace that day. Yeah,
yes,
Versace dress.
We were in Mykonos and we were like in a hot tub in a friend's hotel room, and then I couldn't put back my Versace outfit. It was too tight, so I was holding like the top. And when we arrived back at the hotel, another guest opened like the room like to see what's going on outside, looked at Enrico and told him,
"Good job." I was like, no, it's not me. No, I didn't.
And another day is over, guys, and guess how it's ending? With pizza. It went well. We went to Loro Piana, to Jimmy Choo, we went to Gucci. That was actually fun. It was boiling hot again, and afterwards we just laughed so much, Xenia and I, on the street shooting like things for Instagram. And after that, obviously, we got so stuck in traffic, but in the end finally made it to Versace, which was beautiful at Castello Sforzesco. What can I tell you besides that Gigi Hadid is back on the runway? I think I haven't seen Gigi for quite a while walking, at least not at the shows that I'm attending. Versace show was, since I haven't actually commented on it after the show, let me tell you, it was full of pastel colors, pastels for spring and florals for spring, I know, groundbreaking, but I've noticed something today, that I've noticed a lot of lilac and yellow for spring summer 25. Besides that, I noticed a lot of brown and burgundy, low-rise jeans and chainmail dresses at Versace, but that's nothing new for Versace. Chainmail is like Versace. I actually am gonna finish this day here because, of course, again, what do you think I have to do? Thank you, Sarjana. Wash my hair.
Okay guys, this is the last day of Milan Fashion Week for me, and I have to say I am actually very happy about it. Today we have our classic Ferragamo and Dolce Gabbana day. I have lots of other things to do as well as prepping for Paris. And finally, Annabelle, you know what? In the next vlog, I can unbox all of those MYTHERESA boxes that we have in the guest bedroom. Maybe we should give you a sneak peek of the guest bedroom, but you know, I like freak out because it's like currently a stock room. I'm gonna go put my Ferragamo outfit on and wait till around the show.
So we're on our way. I actually have two pairs of sunglasses, one from Ferragamo, and I couldn't decide which ones to go for. The other ones are a little bit more soft, as you can see, like more like retro-ish. But I think these, because they're somehow make the look a little bit more strong. Then I'm wearing these shoes. These are actually my shoes. They gave me those, you guys have seen them at the fitting, the like olive green ones, and I love them so much. But I felt like with this look, these go even better. So beautiful. Now I need to moisturize a little bit my legs, as always. Ferragamo first, very excited, but very confusing also because there's two times the same address for the show. So fingers crossed we are going to the right one. That's all I can tell you. We don't know if we're going to the right place. One of my first ever managers ever, and one of my favorites. Okay, anyway, good luck. I see you. Should we put it? Two. Done. Now, how does this go? These are the sleeves. I don't really need that.
Socks.
Socks? No, I don't need that. Okay. Let's hope I can put this on. I haven't tried it on. I don't know, you know?
I know. I'm gonna fit this. Mission complete. Do you want to wear the socks?
No. Guys, I have something to announce. Is everybody listening?
Yeah.
Yes. This is the last show of Milan Fashion Week.
No.
Wow. I have to say I'm always so excited to finish the Milan Fashion Week with the Dolce and Gabbana. We had in between Ferragamo and Dolce, like another event that I had to run to. But honestly, it was so hectic, such a crazy energy, so much going on. We even changed the hair in like 10 seconds. We changed the hair in.
Sergio was fastest he was
I
ever in his life.
Ever. I retouched my makeup in like 2 minutes, got dressed, filmed the TikTok, and and we are actually going to Dolce Gabbana. I heard a rumor this morning that Madonna will be at the show. Need to breathe in because Dolce is always a little bit stage fright always, because the street style outside is crazy. It's insane. So all I can tell you is let's see what it's gonna be like, but I'm very excited, and I also heard now we will be there again. This is my look and I always really love it. Honestly, like, it's this kind of lingerie effect for this season, which is how the whole autumn-winter collection was like, with my silver Sicily, with stiletto heels, a bit of like Dolce underwear under, and a see-through moment. I think the hair and the look is very Dolce. So as you can hear, the traffic is quite, well, passengers are impatient because it's all blocked here. And it's all blocked because everybody is excited for Dolce & Gabbana. New Serbian star.
Listen, but it already went live.
It's
so
already
many
live.
people brought me from Serbia, and I wanted to thank all the love. Your beautiful country really filled my heart. Thank you, Tamara, for taking me.
I love you, Pelayo. I had the best time with you
The best time.
in Belgrade.
I'm still feeling that alcohol that we had. What was the name?
Rakia.
Rakia. I love Rakia.
I loved having you. It was honestly so fun and so just easy showing you around. Well, we're here. Where are we?
Now I need to take you to Spain, okay?
I cannot
Deal?
wait. Oviedo.
So we are at the Dolce & Gabbana show. We're waiting for some very, very important guests to arrive.
Pelayo's been a little bit naughty, salty.
But you know.
But I think
I'm
at
like
Dolce
this.
& Gabbana it's the spirit, a little bit of Italian mood, you know?
Yeah.
Look, I even did an Italian Dolce Vita makeup.
I love Tamara in Dolce. I love
Yeah?
the Dolce Tamara, yeah. Because you're giving me sexy killer in a movie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I would love to play a villain in a movie. Emily, what would you play in a movie? A villain or like a
Emily
hero?
in Milan.
Yeah. I saw your look at GCDS, Emily.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw you there at the show, and I have to tell
see
you,
my butt or did you see me?
I saw you from behind, and I have to tell you that you have a very nice peachy bottom.
Thank you.
She does.
you.
And I'm gay, but she does. I love you running around in hot pants and heels. No? Click, click, click,
That's
click.
the vibe, yeah.
I mean, really, when you got it, you gotta flaunt it, no?
Yeah, you gotta show it.
You gotta show it. Guys, I think Madonna's coming because
my
they
God.
just
No
cleared
way.
everything.
Wait.
Here she is. She's wearing like all lace. Wait, all lace. You can't really see her face. Wow. Actually, I think this was my favorite ever Dolce & Gabbana collection. So it was fully inspired by Madonna in the 90s. Now, I have to tell you, I remember I was sitting with my father on the couch and he was scrolling on TV and there was like a Madonna playing. And I asked him, what is this? And he said like, I don't know. He didn't really give me any explanation, but I remember Madonna in the light pink corset suit with like cups that were like pointy in the front. And I literally remember the situation like it was yesterday. I must have been like 6 years old or something like that. And that image stayed in my memory forever. Now, many years later, 30 approximately, I am seeing a Dolce & Gabbana collection inspired by that costume, I suppose, and the braveness that Madonna had back in the 90s when she was wearing those looks. So wow, wow, wow. Madonna obviously arrived. Naomi was there as a guest as well. It's just fabulous. Honestly, Dolce & Gabbana is such a good way to finish the Milan Fashion Week.
What is she doing now?
Tamara is currently filming Dolce & Gabbana reel. She's too tired to put on her own shoes, so she's wearing hotel slippers.
I think these hotel slippers are the best. I think they're just so good.
Go, slay, walk, that cat, walk.
Tamara.
Tamara. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
This is the night outfit. If she's happy, if she's not happy, we can see
it
that
in
on her
3,
face.
2, 1.
Yeah, she said yeah.
And welcome back home, you guys. We are actually heading to the very last event of Milan Fashion Week. That you might think that this means that Milan Fashion Week is over, but unfortunately, none of us will really be resting so much tomorrow. However, I really wanted to show you this outfit of the evening because I think it's quite a rare occasion that I wear such a sparkly crystallized outfit. It is a full sparkly look, which you can also see on my Instagram in the reels as a little transition between the day and night. This tiny little bag that fits nothing, literally nothing. There's my ID, some loose mints because the whole can didn't fit, a lip liner and Dolce & Gabbana Devotion lipstick, which I'm actually wearing on my lips. So we gotta go to Dolce & Gabbana dinner and I think that's it. And another Milan Fashion Week is over, you guys. I don't even know how many Milan Fashion Weeks I've done until now, and it's always like very humbling and very nice remembering. Actually, I don't even like to use the adjective nice. Nice means so many different things. It's very like rewarding remembering past seasons, because what's important to me is that each season there is some sort of progress, because I know that I'm the kind of person that doesn't like stagnating. I think I'm the kind of person that like, what I need is at least to know that if every day I improve by, I don't know, like 0.5%, not even 1%, but 0.5%, that by the end of the year I'll be like more than 150% better. So having like the improvement every single day by a little bit is something that's very important to me. And the highlights of this Milan Fashion Week were, first of all, the fact that having a good energy within my team is a priority, and the fact that nobody felt like it was miserable time. You know, it was, we could have laugh, we could deliver all the work. I wish we could have more food, but you know, you can't have it all, I guess. It was just like a very enjoyable and well-rounded Milan Fashion Week. When it comes to the collections, I truly enjoyed the Dolce & Gabbana show that I told you was a tribute to Madonna. I loved Maximilian's Ferragamo show. That was just wow. I feel like Ferragamo needs more credit than it actually gets. I absolutely loved the Prada show. It was a piece of art. And oh my God, if you guys haven't listened to the Gucci show soundtrack, I think you should go on Spotify now and listen to it, because it's gonna be the music of like, until the next season, that's all you'll be hearing everywhere you go. I loved seeing Gigi Hadid back on the runway, the Versace chain mall. That was pretty cool. My double denim look, I think maybe was even my favorite, but you know, you can't really choose one favorite of all of your children, right? So overall, that's it for my Milan Fashion Week, and I guess I'll see you guys in Paris for the next one. Mwah.